I'm superwoman. I know I'm strong. I know I got this cause I've had it all along. I'm phenomenal. And I'm enough. I don't need you to tell me who to be. If someone just hold me, don't fix me, don't try to change a thing. If someone just know me, is underneath, I'm broken and it's beautiful. 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 Walking on the ocean, through water and the wine. We bury our emotion and pretend that we're just fine. The only way to live now is to know you can fly. To listen to the lies and the lies. I know I'm superwoman. I know I'm strong. I know I've got this cause I've had it all along. I'm phenomenal. I'm enough. I don't need you to tell me who to be. Cause someone just hold me. Don't fix me. Don't try to change me. If someone just know me. Cause underneath, I'm broken and it's beautiful. Hey, I'm broken and it's beautiful. I'm broken and it's beautiful. Hey, I'm broken and it's beautiful. I'm broken and it's beautiful. Oh, yeah. Tired of speed, stop piling on outside and scared and out of time. I'm wild. Can I just be wild? But I'm feeling like I'm failing and I'm losing my mind. Can someone just hold me? Don't fix me. Don't try to change a thing. Oh, someone just know me. Cause underneath, I'm broken and it's beautiful. 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 It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm broken and it's beautiful.
How's it going?
Good.
Grant Cohen.
Got Hogan.
Nice to meet you. Your broadcast from Pipeline.
Hey, what's up,
We
y'all?
are.
This is Kelly
Okay, cool.
Clarkson. My new song, Broken and
Anything you
Beautiful,
need to know
from the
about
Ugly
the
Dolls
Canadians or
original
anything?
soundtrack
How's it
is
going?
out right now.
Grant
Be
Cohen,
sure to
nice
check
to
it
meet
out.
you.
It's
A few pronunciations
Yeah,
would be
sure.
great. Okay, how does Chris say his last name?
A polka.
Okay, Hunter Lemunion.
Lemunion, yep.
Gruba, is it Gara?
Gora.
Gore?
Yeah.
Okay. Torino, Yakovic, Ellison, Cohen. Is it Strommel?
Yes.
Strommel, like
But yeah, he hasn't been here. Might not even. He hasn't been shown up yet this season, so you might not even need to worry about it.
yeah, it said he inning this year.
Yeah, one inning. So yeah, but he hasn't played the reason. So it's possible. Like,
Okay.
you might not even have to worry about that. But
Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty much just going off the guys that have off stats that have played. So
sure.
the
So like, what's the link? Exactly. I know our fans, like, especially with out of town parents, like that kind of stuff. So I don't think we're gonna so eventually have to
Okay.
your broadcast.
yeah, we're just going off of YouTube. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can send you the link.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, two different links depending on they can watch that one.
Yeah.
Watch and listen, or we gotta listen. We have a listen link going through the radio station. I do some stuff through as well.
I get the lineup, I may ask you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you guys need anything, just let me or the other gals who will be here shortly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for having us. About to not be in the sun here in a minute.
We are going to be in the sun? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to suck.
I know.
I'm hoping there's pretty kind things to us. Unless my eyes deceive me, it kind of looks like it slopes down right over there at the line to the outfield. The rest of it looks pretty decent, but over there, and kind of there a little bit too.
Yeah, it is.
Unless I said maybe if you got over there to looking straight at it this way, maybe it isn't. But
You buy more, you save more. For a limited time, save up to $1,500 on anything in our showroom. Choose from thousands of items in stock and available today. Plus, we have finance options for everyone. Get more for your money. More choices. Bigger savings too. The selection of furniture for you. Wichita Furniture and Mattress. Same delivery and everyone's approved. Wichita Furniture and Mattress.
Teresa siempre ha sido sana, pero ahora veo que ha marcado una diferencia real en su vida al cambiar el alimento a Purina.
Acepta el reto de 28 días de Purina One y nota la diferencia por ti mismo. Purina, tu mascota, nuestra pasión.
I won't tell you I'm lonely, 'cause it may be selfish. I won't ask you to hold me, 'cause that woman was helpless. There's not a thing I could say, not a song I could sing for your mind would change. Nothing can fill up the space. Won't ask you to stay, but let me ask you one thing. Oh, for how to love, how to love. Oh, where did you fall out of love with me? I can float in an ocean that's already been drained. I won't cry at your feet. No, my tears fall in vain. There's not a thing I could say, not a song I could sing for your mind to change. You run out of love for me. Out of love, out of love, out of love with me. How you look so precious when you smile. Hit it from the back and drive you wild. Girl, I lose myself up in those eyes. I just had to let you know you're mine. Hands on your body, I don't wanna waste no time. Feels like a rebel, even forever tonight. Just baby, what's this night away with me? You're mine. You look away, I just gotta say, I'm so happy that you are alive. Swear to God, I'm down. If you're down, all you gotta say is right. Girl, anything I can do just to make you feel right. Oh, I just had to let you know you're mine. Run the circles from my mind. When it's rainy, all you ever do is shine. You a fire, you a star just like a ride. And it's been incredible. I'll turn you to a you're mine. Hands on your body, I don't wanna waste your time. Feels like a rebel, even if forever's tonight. Just baby, what's this night away with me? You're mine. I can look away, I just gotta say. I'd rather be alone tonight.
Is it Doug
Go.
and Jamie?
Yeah.
I just use my colors as they want tonight.
And once I get the lineup, I'll probably ask.
Yeah.
You know when I get home tonight, just making sure I'm
Something
not
about something
home
you guys
tonight.
need to think.
Even though there isn't nothing wrong tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say it, baby. I can really miss you if I'm with you. And when I miss you, it'll change the way I kiss you. Baby, you know time apart is beneficial. It's like I'm the universe. Hey, get up, work. I'ma need space. I'ma need space. I'ma need you. I'ma start space. I'ma need space. I'ma need space.
What's up, Morgan?
Can I play Mike Up today? Can you mic
Do
me up?
we have that capability?
Portable mic?
Do we have that capability?
We gotta get it. I'll play Mike Up.
Not yet. So we can make it happen.
We can work on that.
Yeah, we'd be fun. Yeah. The play.
Oh, man.
Usually, I put my bed around it, but gravity seems to be the only thing that's pulling me. You'll be my rising shine soon as I'm stars align. Baby, I can really miss you if I'm with you. When I miss you, it'll change the way I kiss you. Baby, if no time apart is beneficial. It's like I'm the universe and you'll be. Get up, I'ma need space. I'ma need space. I'ma need you to understand space. I'ma need space. I'ma need space. I'ma need space. Hey, get up, I'ma need space. I'ma need space. I'ma need you to understand space. I'ma need space. I'ma need space. I'ma need space. Hey, you'll drag me under. You don't wanna leave me, but I'm trying to stop this love. You don't wanna leave me, but I'm trying to stop this love. Keep me in your orbit, and I know you'll drag me under. Keep me in your orbit, and I know you'll drag me under. You can say I love you through the phone tonight.
JC, it's Friday through Sunday for gifts, teas, and more. Up to 60% off or save with your 10 off $25 coupon. For supersized deals, there's a
Like if I get my cord and I put something, charge my phone by chance.
Showtime.
Did we do it on
Get
laptop?
the raving about Aladdin.
impressive.
That's why.
Yeah, I've got no YouTube with it.
Appreciate it. I'm gonna get it out the van.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And charming. See you there? It's a magical adventure.
Whoa.
I don't know how well it's charged, but
Fun you'll have at the
phone,
movies.
yeah.
I did most of the
Through-
work. You
through
just standing
and-
there. Disney's Aladdin. Rated PG.
Yeah, they can charge
Parental
it very
guidance
good.
suggested. Now play. Tickets available now.
We can try. And if not, I've got I forgot to think the time. I've got a
Thinking about you.
charger. I've got a charger that we can one of those
As I'm
strips.
lying next to someone else.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this would do it too.
Without you.
Yeah, we can. If it doesn't start charging, I'll throw my charger
Oh,
on
I
the
still
strip.
wish we could go back to where we started. And you left your t-shirt at my old apartment. Have you ever wondered if you love me harder? Where we be now? Yeah, we got so close to love. You had to go and mess it up. 'Cause they don't too much. You had to mess it up. I was busy trying to work this out. Why was I home? Wish we could go back to where we started. And you left your t-shirt on the apartment. Yeah, we got so close to love, but you had to go and mess it up. 'Cause it all too much, you're just not enough. Yeah, we got so close to love. Yeah, we got so close to love, but you had to go and mess it up. 'Cause it all too much. Taking some time and I've been keeping to myself. I let my eyes upon the prize, ain't watching anybody else. But your love hit me hard, girl. Yeah, you for miles. I love the cards that I've been dealt. Do you feel the same as well? You know, I used to be one thing. People want me for one thing, that's not me. Changing the way that I used to be. I just wanna have fun and get rowdy. Coke and Bacardi, sipping lightly. When I walk inside the party, girls on me. F1 inside Ferrari, 6 kiss me. Girl, I love it when your body cries on me. You know, I love it when the music stops, but come on, strip that down for me, baby. Now there's a lot of people in the crowd, but only you can dance with me. So put your hands on my body, bring that down for me. Baby, you know I love it when the music stops, but come on, strip that down for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know that since I met you, yeah, you swept me. You know that I don't need no money, bring beside me. Yeah, you open up my yeah, about where I've been. You know I used to be your money. Now I'm not free. People want me for one thing. I'm not changing the way that I used to be. I just wanna have fun and be rowdy. Coke and Bacardi, sipping lightly. When I walk inside the party, girls on me. F1 type Ferrari, 60 speed. Girl, I love it when your body cries on me. Baby, you know I love it when the music stops, but come on, strip that down for me. Baby, there's a lot of people in the crowd, but only you can dance to me. So put your hands on my body and down for me, baby. I love it when the music stops, but come on, strip that down for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. She gon' strip it down for a thug, yeah. Word around town, she got the buzz, yeah. 5 shots in, she in love now. I promise when we the club down, I took her from a man, don't nobody know. If you about to steal, baby, slow. She know how to deal with my me, baby. There's a lot of people in the crowd, but only you can dance to me. So put your hands on my body and swing that down for me, baby. You know I love it when the music stops, but come and strip that down for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come and strip that down. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't say nothing, girl, strip that down for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I want girl, please strip that down for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, girl, come strip that down for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna go see if I can get. Said she tired of money, need a big boy. Pull up 20-inch waves like a little toy. Now it's everybody fucking need a decoy. Shorty mixing up the vodka with the liquor. G-Wagon, G-Wagon, G-Wagon. Wagon, all the housewives pulling up. I got a lot of toys. 720S, moving for that boy. You was talking shit in the beginning. Back when I was feeling unforgiving. Up this, you want to see me winning. See the hit go in my mouth, I'll be grinning. Yeah. 100 bands in my pocket, it's on me. 100 deep, but I roll like the army. Get more bottles, these bottles are lonely. It's a moment when I show up, got them smile. 100 bands in my pocket, it's on me. Your grandma put my lean on me. Get more bottles are lonely. It's a moment when I show up, got them saying wow. Everywhere I go, catch me on the block like a Mutombo. 750 Lambo in the Utah snow. Trunk in the front like a Dumbo. Yeah. Cut the roof off like a nip tuck. Pull into the house with some big butts. Turn the kitchen counter to a strip club. Me and Drake came for the when I got clocked by the yard disappeared. Before I dropped Sonny, now they all now they might say congratulations till he can. And this is not a 40, but I'm pouring out this. Used to have a lot, but I got more now. Made another hit, cause I got more now. Always on front, never pump. Fuck down, last call, Hail Mary, Prescott, touchdown, ahead. 100 bands in my pocket, it's on me. 100 people that roll like the army. Keep my bottles, these bottles are lonely. It's a moment when I show up, got them saying wow. 100 bands in my pocket, it's on me. Your grandma, my brother, they know me. Keep my bottles, these bottles are lonely. It's a moment when I show up, got them saying wow.
What team is that? This is the Cannons, our team right here. Crazy lady.
Injured? Call the accident recovery team. We will to get you everything you deserve. We don't get paid. You win. Make the winning call. 267 team. Accident recovery team for the win.
Pandora. Let's talk free trial, or specifically the free trial that's being offered to you right here this very minute. Ready for it? Okay. Right now, we're giving listeners a 30-day trial of ad-free listening.
Yeah.
That's right. 0 ads for a full 30 days, and you pay nada. Tap the banner now to start your free trial.
the sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice and sang some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm sure I care what people think. It's blurry face and I care what you think. My name's blurry face and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the was saying us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mom was saying us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. We're stressed out.
Thank you very much. I probably will come back to it now.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm never able to identify where it's coming from. I'd make a candle out of it if I ever found it. Try to sell it, never sell out of it. I probably only sell if it's in my brother. Cause we have the same notes, same clothes, homegrown, the stone's throw. My nation, I care what you. Wish we could turn back time to the when the morning us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Turn back to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep,
You go
but
take
now
the-
we're stressed out.
Yeah, you go take the marker. Yeah, very much.
Dream about space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, "Wake up, you need to make money." Yeah, we used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would rocket ship and then we fly. Dream about space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, "Wake up, you need to make money." Yeah, wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
Did you want to line up?
Yes. Is that the right email for Christian Pipeline Baseball at gmail.com?
Yeah, that's it.
And then the website's just take out the Gmail and it's .com, right?
Are you?
The Christian Pipeline Baseball.com is the
Yeah.
website. Okay. Just working up my. Oh, they can even call me. That clouds cover could hang right where it's at right now.
Can I run some pronunciations by you real quick?
Yeah.
Daniel Arroyo,
Arroyo, yep.
Julian Hunt,
Mhm.
Tyler Brown,
Yep.
Jake Selko,
Mm-hmm.
Grant Plunkett, Aaron Eshelman, Brandon Yakovich,
Yep.
Ray Yukamoto,
Yep.
Jared
Ueda.
Ueda,
Yep. It's almost like the Y's not in there. Ueda. I'm just trying to think who else.
and then Mimo Espinosa.
Memo. Like an office memo. And I doubt you would see him because he's usually a starter. That would be Carter Hahn. But I doubt they will throw him. They could. You never know.
Okay.
Gerardo Zavaleta. He could, run or something like that. Not going to start tonight, but that should be about it for us. Oh, well, he pitched last night. It would actually be on, not Jordan.
Okay.
He told us that the other night. Okay, got it.
Okay, yeah, hopefully get our lineup here pretty soon, and I will pass that along.
Excellent.
Something in the way you roll your eyes takes me back to a better time when I saw everything is good. And if anything, I guess. But now you're the only thing that's good. Trying to stand up on my own 2 feet. This conversation ain't coming easily. So I think we'll like.
And I think we're also going to be having a new kid that doesn't have a jersey. That like is not going to be on official like stats. So I'll give you his information once.
He wouldn't be on there either.
Yeah, because I think we just added today. So
Tommy Sleva is your head coach. Used to pitch over at Tabor. I do a lot of Sterling College broadcasts, so I saw him
oh, okay, nice.
pitch several times.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, and I just added him to the chicken run that up to real quick. Yeah, he's playing. All right, bye. Yes, he's playing third. It's an Troyer. I'm trying to get him a jersey. So I'm gonna call Grubau's host mom. They only live like 5 minutes from town. Hey, are you home? Did Josh leave his uniforms and stuff at your house? Is Josh Grubau's uniform still? Would you do me the favor in the world? Would you please run them up to the heels? We have a new kid coming, and he needs a jersey, and Rod is not close enough to be very ton. Do you mind running his jerseys up here to me, just like the whole bag? Oh, thank you so much. All right, bye.
Grubau's no longer on the team.
I'm guessing or maybe just thinking out of that. Jared has HASIK number 10 today. He will be playing third base batting in Warriors.
Jared Hassick.
HASIK. I'm going to go let him know. Girls.
Sorry, on Jerry. On the last name is Ueda.
Ueda. Yeah, I would just put a U, an A, and.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Nope. Not to my knowledge. Oh, come on, clouds. Get sun covered up.
Four. Right there. Come forward. Four.
Yeah, I brought some. That sun starts hitting me. It's really yeah, that I may go stand in front of the table.
Come forward.
Move the table forward or move it back.
Four.
Would that give us some more shade?
Yeah, it would. Four. Make sure no wires or anything.
Yeah, we're gonna. Let me see here. Let me move the table that way a little bit.
Right there.
And we got all this.
Oh yeah, you should barely just be able to have to go.
Go over the wires.
Four.
You're kind of
I'll be fine. Come on.
good right here.
Move. There. Perfect. Four. Yeah, I'll be fine now. Swing it around, swing it. We can adjust for the shade. You're right coming back. We can adjust for the shade. We need to, I guess.
Well, I was thinking that would give us a little more, and then once the sun gets down to that point, the buildings and the trees, where's it actually?
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll be all right.
After I get the bigger weenie I am, and I fully,
Yeah.
I hate you. I worked out too many years in the summer.
Can I tell you something? Just
I don't wanna be alone tonight. It's pretty clear that I'm not over you. I'm still thinking about the things you do. So I don't wanna be alone tonight. Can you ride the fire? I need somebody who can take control. I know exactly what I need to do. 'Cause I don't wanna be alone tonight. Look what you made me do. I wish somebody knew. Oh, baby, dancing with a stranger. Look what you made me do. I wish somebody knew. Oh, baby, dancing with a stranger. Dancing with a stranger.
The only tricky thing,
I wasn't even going out tonight. But boy, I need to get you off your mind.
I can always
Know exactly what I have to do. I don't wanna be alone tonight. Look what you made me do. I was somebody. Oh, baby, I'm dancing with you. Look what you made me do. I was somebody new. Oh, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. Dancing with a stranger.
dancing with a stranger. Look what you made me do. I'm somebody new. Oh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. Dancing, dancing. Dancing with a stranger. Dancing with a stranger.
I've been here all night, I've been here all day, and my got me looking side to side. Talking to you, see you standing over there with your body, feeling like I wanna rock with your body, and we don't gotta think about nothing. I'm coming at you, 'cause I know you have a bad reputation. Doesn't matter 'cause you give me temptation. We don't gotta think about nothing. These friends keep talking way too much. Say I should give you up. Can't hear them all 'cause I got me looking side to side. I've been here all night. I've been here all day. And I got me looking side to side. Been trying to hide it. Baby, what's it gonna hurt if they don't know? Making everybody think that we solo. Just as long as you know you got me. And boy, I got you. Guess tonight I'm making deals with the devil. And I'm gonna get in trouble. As long as you know you got me. These friends keep talking way too much. Say I should give you up. Can't hear them no good. Been here all day. And I got me walking side to side. I've been here all day. I've been here all day. And I got me walking side to side. It's the new style with the fresh type of flow. Wrist icicle, right bicycle. Come true, yo. Get you this type of blow. If you wanna manage, I got a tricycle. Oh, these bitches goes is my mini. Body smoking, so they call me Young Nicky Chili. Rappers and they feelin' since they feelin' me. I give zero hope, then I got zero chillin' me. Instantly, have the blue box that say Tiffany. Curry with the shot, just tell them to call me Stephanie. Gun pop, and I make my gun pop. I'm the queen of rap gun, Ariana Run Pop. Listen, keep talking way too much. Say I should give them up. Can't hear them now, 'cause I've been there all night. I've been there all day. And I got me side to side. I've been there all night. Been there all day. Oh, baby. I got me side to side. Yeah. It's the new style with the fresh type of flow. Wrist icicle, right bicycle. Type of blow. If you wanna manage, I got a tricycle.
Don't want this night to end. It's closing time, so leave with me again. Yeah, you got all my love to spend. Oh, let's find a place where happiness begins. Go to bed to the living room, slide to the way you move hurts when I'm leaving you. Hey, just dance in the living room, love with another girl, do it ladies go. Hey, come dance in the living room, slide to the way you move hurts when I'm leaving you. Hey, dance in the living room, love with another girl. It's only you, and you know that it's real. So why would you fight and try to deny the way that you feel? Oh, baby, can't fool me. Your body's not up to your plan. So stop pretending you're shy. Just come on and dance, 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 dance. Early morning light, only getting up to close the blinds. Oh, and you don't change your mind. Leaving now just don't feel right. Let's do it one more time. Oh, I'm dancing in my living room, slave to the way you move hurts when I'm leaving you. Just dance in the living room, blood with another too drunk to where ladies go. Hey, come dance in my living room, slave to the way you move hurts when I'm leaving you. Hey, dance in the living room, blood with another too drunk. It's only you, but you know that it's real. So why would you fight? Try to deny the way that you feel. Oh, baby, can't fool me. Your body's not on the plan. So stop pretending you're shy. Come on and dance, 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 dance. It's only you, it's only you, oh, yeah, yeah. It's only human.
Exhausted and mother go hand in hand. Kind of like summer and overcommitment. We've got lots of plans for the long days ahead. Lots of sticky hands to hold and sharp blocks to step on. I love the energizing Red Bull slush from Sonic. Tastes like spring break 2003. I drove a van then, and I drive a van now. Buckle up, kids. Ever done a donuts?
Keep it going all summer long with the Sonic Slush. Now half price when you order ahead. Red Bull Slush not recommended for children, pregnant, or nursing women, and persons sensitive to caffeine. See menu for details. For limited time only at this any Sonic drive-ins.
Wow, your hair is amazing.
What's Hostig's
It's
first
like
name?
Miracle Unicorn Tears, right?
Jared.
I want to worship your hair. It's that good. I'm all like, take me to your shower because I need to know what you use. It's so expensive, you're ashamed, right? Just tell me. You done? It's 3-Minute Miracle from Aussie. Best deep conditioner ever. And it's not expensive. I'm speechless. No, I'm speechless. I'm so speechless, I have words. Only you.
Experience your easiest deep conditioner with Aussie's 3-Minute Miracle. Look for the purple bottle in the hair care aisle.
Can you hear this away? Help me put my mind to rest. 2 times click and I'm acting low. Pound in a bag of gold. I can feel your love pulling me up from the underground. I don't need my drugs. We could be more than just part-time lovers. I can feel your touch taking me up from the underground. I don't need my drugs. We could be more than just part-time lovers. We could be more than just part-time lovers. We could be more than just part-time lovers. I get problems on my sleeve as my thoughts begin to bleed. I let go, but I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how, but I need I can feel your love pulling me up from the underground. I don't need my drugs. We could be be more than just part-time lovers. I can feel your touch. It can be. I don't need my drugs. We could be more than just lovers. Yeah, I don't need my drugs. We could be more than just part-time lovers. We could be more than just part-time lovers. More than lovers. We could be more than just part-time lovers. Can you be SOS? Help me put my mind to rest.
Keep my hands to myself. Pick up just a moment, put them back up on the shelf. Just a little baby girl isn't me. Am I coming out of left? Ooh, I'm a rebel, just a kickster. I've been feeling it since 1966. I'll be over now, but I feel it still. I'm a rebel, just a kickster. Let me kick it like it's 1986. I'll be over now, but I feel it still. I'm out the feet. Even with the babies, till the mama call a grave digger. Gone with the falling me. Am I coming out of left? Ooh, I'm a rebel, just a kickster. I've been feeling it since 1966. Gotta have you still, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel, just a kickster. Let me kick it like it's 1986.
So you have to take basically a whole round
Over
and
now,
nine out.
feel it still.
I take them all out.
I don't want no peace.
Yeah, so I have to go through.
Giving to that easy living, goodbye to my hopes and dreams. Nothing for my enemies. Pick a plate until the walls it's time to give a little to the kids in the middle. Oh, it's in for don't bother me. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks. Yeah, your lovers and a beast for my heart to eclipse them. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks. I've been feeling it since 1966. Might be over now, but I feel it still.
You guys have the national anthem.
Ooh, I'm a rebel just
Okay,
for
will you
kicks.
do starting lineups?
Let me kick it like it's 1986. Might be over now, feel it still. Gotta have you still, feel it still.
Anthem after the lineups. Okay, thank you.
We usually do it after the coaches meeting.
I just tried not to be start the national anthem. That's all.
Yeah, we'll start the estimated time to get 6
Do
minutes.
you recall not long ago when you walk on the sidewalk?
Okay. I don't do a real long pregame.
The night was warm, we were pulling out. All around the window, we would only hope to let go.
Okay.
Look, it's Spider-Gun, we need someone to lean on. It's Spider-Gun, we need somebody to lean on. Look, it's Spider-Gun, we need someone to lean on. Look, it's Spider-Gun, we need somebody.
Oh, man. Yeah, man, she was the ballpark. Something royal feel about
average ticket.
Hey.
What?
Wow.
I'm so tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of just wanna go home, wanna go home, wanna go home. So tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of just wanna go home, wanna go home, wanna go home. Party, trying my best to be somebody, but everybody around me's falling in love to our song. Oh, yeah,
Their goal was, I don't think
if I'm struck good, I
they're
can
the same
take
year,
it.
but over the course of a couple
I
of
don't think
years,
they make
their goal was to
anything
see
that's strong.
every division,
So I hold
football,
on,
basketball,
oh, yeah, I'm so
yeah,
tired. Tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of just wanna go home, wanna go home, wanna go home. So tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of
they were
just wanna go
literally
home,
all over.
wanna go
I don't ever really
stages.
What?
I'm lonely, not stages. When they leave, I go back to it.
So yeah, they were having a blast.
Hold on,
Uh-oh. You ready?
I got
So tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of just wanna go home, wanna go home, wanna go home. So tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of just wanna go home, wanna go home, wanna go home. So tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of songs, tired of just wanna go home, wanna go home, wanna go home.
Central Christian Chase.
Guess what? Dr. Pepper has a new flavor, but it's not around forever. It's Dr. Pepper Dark Berry, a special edition flavor celebrating Spider-Man Far From Home in theaters July 2nd. Try it today for a dark twist on the 23 legendary flavors you love. Better yet, buy 3 Dr. Pepper take-home packs and redeem your purchase for a free movie ticket. You heard it right. A new Dr. Pepper and a free movie? Spider-Man, you've saved the day again. Find Dr. Pepper Dark Berry today at your local Dillons and redeem your free movie ticket using included instructions. Terms apply.
Second base, yep.
It's over, Mike. You're too basic. Wendy's Made to Crave chicken sandwiches taught me I can do better than basic.
I'm not that basic.
Your password is password. Your favorite thing to watch on TV is The Guide. You like basic chicken sandwiches.
What's wrong with that?
They don't have avocado and bacon like Wendy's avocado BLT chicken sandwich.
Sounds a little too wild to me.
Want to upgrade from basic? We got you with the avocado BLT, salsa and bacon, and barbecue chicken sandwiches on Wendy's Made to Crave menu. Download the Wendy's app today for great deals on great food.
I assume that means he's going to be a senior. Yeah, because he just finished his junior year. So Trey will be a senior.
I just had a little bit. So much I just gonna tell y'all. How you look so precious when you smile. Yeah. Hit it from the back and drive you wild. Yeah. Girl, I lose myself up in those eyes. I just had to let you know you're hands on your body. I don't wanna waste your time. It's like forever, even if forever's tonight. Just lay with me. What's this night away with me? You're I can look away. I just gotta say, I'm so happy that you are alive. Yeah. but I'm down if you down. All you gotta say is why. Girl, anything I could do just to make you feel alright. Oh, I just had to let you know you're mine. When it circles around my mind, even when it's all you ever do is shine. You on fire, you a star just like Mirage. Man, this feel incredible. I'll turn you to a bride. You're mine. Hands on your body, hands on the way so tight. Feels like forever, even if forever's tonight. Baby, is this not the way you and me are? I can look away, I just gotta say. Thank you. Please, I do what I want to feel my soul so cynical. So you're a tough guy, like you really want. I just can't get enough. I just always support guy. I'm not that type, make you on the side type, make you go from that type. I seduce you that type. I'm not bad guy. Duh.
You got smart.
The way your fingers fit mine is 5 plus 5, not a rocket science. This day and time, that's hard to find. It's true. The road we're on ain't a traffic jam. It's a sunny drive on a piece of land. It's paradise as long as I'm with you. It's like 1, 2, 3, just as easy as can. Just the way you look at me, you make me smile. Ain't no need to complicate it. We both know that's overrated. We've been there, it's safe to say it ain't our style. It's just that simple, S-I-M-P, as simple as can be. It's just that simple, S-I-M-P, as simple as can be. We used to live on Instagram, worried about who all gives a damn about where we've been. We ended up. Then I met you and you met me.
You already
And
live.
all the rest is history. And a epiphany that all we need is us. It's like 1, 2, 3.
Test.
Just the way you look at me, you make me smile. Ain't no need to complicate it. We both know that's overrated. We've been there, it's safe to say it ain't our style. We're just simple like a 6-string, the way this world was meant to be. Like laugh and love, make a lot out of a little. It's just that simple, S-I-M-P, as simple as can be. It's just that simple, S-I-M-P, as simple as can be.
Uh-oh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rodney Wheeler Stadium for tonight's matchup between the McPherson Pipeliners and your Kansas Cannons. Live stats will be available for tonight's game courtesy of iScoring. Get the iScoring app or visit iscoresports.com/baseball for more information. Fans, please be aware of foul balls that enter the stands. If you retrieve a foul ball, please return it to the concession stands for a quarter. Thank you for your cooperation. Here's tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting McPherson Pipeliners. Batting first, the designated hitter, number 7, Daniel Arroyo. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Julian Hunt. Batting third, the third baseman, number 9, Tyler Brown. Batting the first baseman, number 14, Jake Selko. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 5, Grant Plunkett. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 40, Aaron Eshelman. And number 4, Trey. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 8, Jared Uday. And pitching is number 28, Memo Oza. The Pipeliners are led by head coach Chris Dawson, assisted by Doug Gove and J.D. Noe. And now here's the starting line for your Kansas Cannons. Batting first, the shortstop, number 7, Isaiah Cohens. Batting second, the center fielder, number 4, Thomas Kane. The designated Christian Slater. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 14, Owen Martin. Batting seventh, the third baseman making his Kansas Cannons debut is number 10, Jared Hassick. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 13, Chase Ellison. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 2, Chris Apolka. And pitching for your Kansas Cannons is number 29, Connor Hart. The Cannons are led by head coach Tommy Sleva, assisted by Dusty Gray and Rod Ellison. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hotspot? It's nothing to do with the hotspot. Oh, really? Your connection to the program for some reason. I still can go on there, I think. What? Should I still be clicking? Yeah.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Pipe, the YouTube stream. And we're having difficulty tonight, so we're going to try to work on that. But we wanted to get you the audio going here on YouTube as the Pipeliners in action tonight as they take on the Kansas Cannons here in Augusta. So we'll do everything on the fly. We've got a lot to do as the Cannons 2-6. They lost last night 8-3 center, and the McPherson Pipeliners 4-3 on the year. They lost yesterday 13-3 at Wellington, as we want to get the starting lineups on the fly. First on the mound is Hart for the Kansas Cannons. We'll look at his numbers, and Daniel Arroyo will DH tonight and lead off. He is ready to roll. And first pitch on the way, low and away, ball one. We are underway. Arroyo comes in hitting 259. He takes outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Arroyo with 6 runs batted in. He's got 7 singles on the season. And he takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1, low and away. And Arroyo with a 3-1 count. He'll be followed by the shortstop, Julian Hunt, and the third baseman, Tyler Brown. The 3-1 in and a little bit up in the zone, but still called strike 2. So Arroyo will see a full count pitch coming. And the payoff pitch to Arroyo, a swing and a miss. Arroyo down on strikes for out number 1.
Now
bring up
the Pipeliners, the
Julian
shortstop,
Hunt.
Julian Hunt.
Julian gets the start at shortstop tonight, and he is hitting an even 200 on the season. He has knocked in 2. Looking for his first extra base hit. He takes strike 1. Batting cleanup and playing first base this evening for the Pipeliners will be Jake Selk. The catcher, Grant Pluckett, bats 5th. And an off-speed pitch, a swing and a miss. Count is 2 strikes on Julian Hunt. Aaron Eshelman bats 6th. He'll be the left fielder, and batting 7th is the right fielder, Frank Yakovich. Line shot, first baseline. Hunt knows he can have at least a double out of this. He's on his way to second. And he's thinking about third. In base hit of the season for Julian Brown. We'll bring up the third base. He'll look to get the Pipeliners on the board. He takes strike 1. Batting 8th for the Pipeliners tonight is the second baseman, Trey Yukamoto. And batting 9th will be the center fielder, Jared Ueda. There was the off-speed pitch. Down a check swing and 1 strike. So Hunt at third, 1 down. 1-1 fouled straight back, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again on the mound, Connor Hart. It's his 3rd appearance of the season. He's pitched 7 1/3 innings thus far. The 1 curveball, and it stays high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty good pitch. Just missing high. Hart has allowed 11 runs, and all of them have been earned. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. And out and second out inning. And with Hunt at third, it'll be up to the first baseman, Jake Selko. And in 8, he's got a homer and a double on the season. Tries the outside corner and misses, ball 1. strikeouts and walks for Hart. He's walked 7 and struck out 9 coming in. He's got a first inning pair of strikeouts, and he's upstairs. Selko, 2 balls, strikes. And Hunt with the 1-out triple right down the first baseline. He's at third. So we'll take a strike, and the count is 2-1. Hart ready, the 2-1 to Selko. Stays high, 3 balls, 1 strike. The catcher, Grant Plunkett, would bat next. He's okay. You know, they pulled him last night after he was hit by a pitch in the first inning, but he gets to start again. Selko in that great hitters count, 3-1, takes outside ball 4. And Hart, the pitch around Selko, but he was very careful with
Now
Jake
batting for the
Selko.
Pipeliners, the catcher, number 5, Grant Plunkett.
And now it'll be up to the catcher, Grant Plunkett. Plunkett hitting 188 on the season. He's got a double. He's knocked in 1. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. Crossman in left, Kane in center, Martins in right. That's your Cannon outfield. Now the 1 strike. Curveball, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Hosick at third, Cohen's at short, Opolka at second, Ellison's at first, with Gora behind the plate. A chopper to third. The only play will be first, and the throw over by Hosick will retire the side. So the 1-out triple. Hunt is stranded at third. So there's no runs on 1 hit and 1 left. So we'll head down to the bottom of the first score with McPherson
located at the concession
and the
stand.
Kansas Cannons here in
$1
Augusta.
and half the proceeds go- Thank you for your support of Kansas Cannons
Memo
baseball.
Espinoza will take down here and begin his warm-up tosses. This is his second start. His first start was a pretty good one. Went 6 innings, gave up just 2 runs on 6 hits. He walked 6, struck out 5 in that start. So his second appearance of the season. A couple of things we will announce throughout this broadcast and our upcoming broadcast. First one tomorrow night. Pipeliners back at home for the Liberal BJs. It's going to be host family night. You know, the host families came through big one this year. Every player and even some of the interns working for the Pipeliners have host families. Everybody's got one this year. And tomorrow night, we're going to honor the host families and also give a chance to sign up to be a host family for next season. So that's an excellent opportunity for anybody that wants to get on board with that program. So these live broadcasts we've been bringing you, we've had some unexpected early season expenses that have put us a little over budget. So we're maybe having to cut back on our broadcast schedule. So we're asking our great listeners, parents, fans, local businesses, we need your help. If you can contribute to help keep these games on the air, we've got a special $175 a game night sponsor. You get PA announcements, you get on-air reads from me on the live broadcast, you get a post-game interview with me, and you get to throw out the first pitch. And if you want to, that's a little bit too much money for you, you want to get together, co-sponsor with somebody, you can do that as well. You can contact the Pipeliners at McPherson Pipeliners Baseball at gmail.com or contact them through the website at McPhersonPipeLinersBaseball.com. And stepping in and leading off will be Isaac Cohen's, the shortstop. And Espinoza fires in strike 1. There's a slow roller off the bat, right to third. And an easy toss by Tyler Brown over the first 4, out number 1.
Now batting for
Isaac Cohen's came in hitting 290, and he's retired 3. Now to be the center fielder, Tom Kane. He'll be followed by the left fielder, Nate Crossman. Kane's a .333 hitter. He has driven in one, and Espinoza fires in strike one. I was visiting with Memo before we headed out for the road trip today about his selection of pitches. There's great movement on that fastball, and it's a 2-strike count. He loves that 2-seamer. He'll throw the slider. Those are his go-to pitches. He loves the 2-seam. Occasionally we'll bring in the changeup. He was kind of schooling on what those pitches look like. There's a grounder, fair at first base, right down the line, out in right field. Frank Yakovich trying to get it in, and this is going to be just like Julian Hunt. He's going to be in there with a triple. And he did that on an 0-2 pitch.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons, the left fielder, number 1, Nate Crossman.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Nate Crossman, who's hitting .556. On the season, he is .549. Hasn't had a ton of at-bats. Just his 3rd game played in the Cannons. This is their 9th. And that off-speed pitch from Espinoza misses just outside ball 1. The cleanup hitter will be Kyle. The cat 5th will be the DH, Christian Slater. And batting 6, Owen Martin, the right fielder. Ground ball to Julian Hunt, knocks it down from his knees. He'll throw to first, and run scores 1-0 Cannons. It'll be the first error of the game on the Pipeliners. I think the run was going to score regardless.
Batting for
so the Pipeliners stranded Hunt at third, and Cannons able to get their runner across. And with the runner at first, one down, it's the catcher Kyle Gora. Gora hitting .333, just his 3rd game played. He is 2 out of 6. Does have a run batted in as Espinoza will throw over to first. Breaking pitch popped up on the right side of the infield. And Jake Selko will take it for out number 2. Yukamoto is at second today. Hunt at short and Brown at third. Eshelman in left, Ueda in center, and Yakovich in right. That'll bring up the DH, Christian Slater. And we mentioned Owen Martin, bat 6th, plays right. Batting 7th, Jared Hosick, he's at 3rd. Chase Ellison will bat and play 1st, and Chris Opolka is the 2nd baseman, batting 9th. There is that 2-seamer, strike 1 on Christian Slater. Espinoza just has terrific movement. 2-seamers can move a lot. He gets a lot of downward movement. So we'll keep an eye on Crossman at first. Does have a couple of stolen bases on the season. 1-strike pitch, he goes. The throw from Plunkett down there, the tag down, and they got him. Great job by the shortstop, Julian Hunt, to get the down. And that will retire the side. Scores on 1 hit. There was 1 error and nobody left. So as we head on to the 2nd inning, it's the Cannons 1 and the Pipeline 0. Again, we're having technical difficulties. If you're watching YouTube, you know somebody that typically will listen through the Ad Astra Sports Network. I'll test it out fine earlier, and now I can't get connected over to the radio station, so we'll keep trying. But you'll have to watch the YouTube. And again, we mentioned we need your help. If you can become a game night sponsor, we've already had to cancel the trip we were going to make out to Dodge next week with those unexpected budgetary expenses, and we want to bring you the rest of the season's game. We can't do that without your help. And again, if it's too expensive for you at $175, get a friend or 2. We can have co- or tri-sponsors and help keep all of these games online. We've gotten great responses. We're getting more and more viewers every game. We'd love to bring you all home and road games the rest of the way. And if you want to, again, McPherson Pipeliners Baseball at gmail.com, McPherson PipelinersBaseball.com. You can contact them that way. Or if you want to text or call me, and you want to help out, 620-897-7000. As Aaron Eshelman will lead off here in the top of the second for the Pipeliners. He takes an outside corner for strike one. Eshelman comes in hitting .280. He has driven in 5. He's homered once and doubled once. Chopper to first. Easy play for Ellison. He steps on the bag, and there's one down. It's here at Rodney Wheeler Stadium. It's home of the Augusta High School Orioles. Turf infield everything. On the infield is turf, and you have the natural grass outfield. Now will be the right fielder getting the start tonight, Frank Yakovich. Pitch misses low to Yakovich for ball one. Frank's 4th game has started this season. He's hitting .375. He's 3 out of 8. And he tries to take one to right. It's right at the right fielder, Martin. He's got it for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down, and that will bring to the plate
Now batting
Trey Yukamoto.
Number 4,
back-to-back starts. He started at second last night in that 13-3 loss at Wellington. Trey comes in hitting .278. Trey has driven in 5, and he's doubled once. He takes one down in the dirt, figuratively. It's all turf there for ball one. On a calm, muggy evening here in Augusta. And on the turf, it's a little bit hotter out there, and ball 2 high to Yukamoto. Yukamoto will take a strike on the outside corner at 2-1. Trey trying to get things started with the bases empty and 2 down. And he shoots one right at the shortstop, Cohens, who's got it for at number 3. Kansas Cannons leading the McPherson Pipeliners.
Take part in tonight's 50-50 raffle located at the
We're not
concession
connected
stand.
tonight yet,
Tickets are
but
only
we
$1,
still want to
and
thank
half
Ad
the proceeds go to
Astra
Kansas
Radio
Cannons.
for being our streaming partner this summer.
The 50-50
They're a
raffle
proud
will
supporter of the
end in
McPherson
7 minutes, so
Pipeliners,
get your
locally owned and
tickets
proud to call
over at the
Central
concession
Kansas
stand.
home. Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. And we'll take Blake and be right back with more Miners baseball.
Life is amazing. It should be.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons, the designated hitter, number 22, Christian Slater.
Christian Slater will lead off the bottom of the second. And Espinoza fires a little bit outside, ball 1. Slater, the DH tonight, Cannons, chops one foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. As I have my crowd mic over there by the screen, and you can hear that reverberating through it. Espinoza's 1-1 pitch. That one bounces off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Slater comes in hitting .200. He is 6 of 30 on the season. He's knocked in 6. Let's have a double. And he takes low. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. And then there's that 2-seamer for 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Comes in and pops him up. Foul territory left side. Tyler Brown just in foul territory out on the natural grass. Makes the catch for out number 1. And it'll bring up the right
Now
fielder.
batting for your Kansas City, number 14, Owen Martin.
Martin comes into the game hitting 120. He is 3 out of 25 on the season. And he takes low, ball 1. Ground ball up the middle, and Hunt able to cut it off. Sidearms to first for a beautiful play, and out number 2. Hunt using his speed to get there and made it look effortless. And 2 up, 2 down for
Now
the
batting
third
for your
baseman,
Kansas Cannons,
Jared
third baseman, number
Hassick.
10, Jared Hassick.
This is his first game for the Kansas Cannons this year. They were scrambling around earlier trying to get the young man a jersey and everything, so no numbers on him. There's that pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. And the Cannons got 1 run on 1 hit in the first inning. Again, Espinoza in there with strike 2. And a great off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. Espinoza's got the strikeout, his first of the game, and the Cannons. So we head to the third. It remains Kansas Cannons 1, the McPherson Pipeliners nothing. And you're listening to Pipeliner Baseball on YouTube and the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Now batting for the Pipeliners, the center fielder, number 8, Jared Ueda.
Jared Ueda will lead off for the Pipeliners. We're in the top of the third. Pipeliners trailing the Kansas Cannons 1-0. Ueda starting in center field. Chops one foul on the first pitch for strike 1. Ueda comes in and he is 1 of 17 on the season. He's just trying to get on track. And pulls one just foul of first base. So no balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Ueda, Daniel Arroyo, and Julian Hunt. In the dirt from Connor Hart, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2, Ueda, oh, great off-speed pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Is out number 1, and for Connor, his 3rd strikeout. And back to the top of the
Now
lineup
batting for the Pipeliners, the
to
designated
the
hitter, number
DH,
7,
Daniel Arroyo. Arroyo struck out his first at-bat, leading off in the first. Tries to go the other way and fouls it out of play for strike 1. Good idea. Some room down that first base line. The corners down the foul poles are 310. The power are 365. 380 to straightaway center. Check swing. They'll say Arroyo went around on a breaking pitch down in the dirt. It's 0-2. And the 2-strike pitch bounces in front of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, it's a warm, calm, muggy evening here in Augusta this evening. And then you add in the turf. It's warm out there. Arroyo slaps one to second base. Opolka up over to first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Back to the shortstop,
Now
Julian
batting for
Hunt.
Pipeliners, the shortstop, number 2, Julian Hunt.
Hunt tripled down the first base line in the first inning and then was stranded at third. He checks his swing and takes outside ball 1. Oh, no. Chopper up the middle to the shortstop. And Cohen's bobbled it. Have no chance to get Hunt down the line. That'll be the first cannon error. So Hunt reaches on air with 2 down, and now you got to wonder.
Number 9, Tyler Brown.
Tyler Brown at the plate. If you want to, at some point, maybe start Julian Hunt. Hunt has 3 steals on the season, and Brown belts one deep left field, but I don't know if it's enough. At the warning track, came from center, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Pipeliners, no runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left.
Tonight's concessions are courtesy
As we
of
head to the
American
bottom
Legion
of the
Augusta,
third,
Kansas. Stop by the concession
and the
stands for
score
your favorite
remains
snacks and drinks.
the
Kansas
Cannons
thanks to
1,
American
the
Legion for serving our
Pipeliners
country and for their
nothing.
continued support of Cannons baseball.
Again, tomorrow night we mentioned is host family night as the Pipeliners begin a 2-game home set with the Liberal BJs. Those are 7:30 starts Sunday and Monday. And we're going to honor all this year's host families. Every player, every intern's got a host family. Again, the host families in McPherson came through big time. And give you a chance to sign up already for next year. They'd like to have that all sewn up before next year even gets going. So we know where all the players will be assigned next year, and that would be fantastic. So not only will we honor the host families tomorrow night, we're going to have a chance for you to sign up if you haven't done it. I think it's a great experience. Everybody that's done it, we've got great feedback, and they had several that did it last year are doing it again this year. If you can, join us at the ballpark tomorrow night. It'll be a great game, the Liberal BJs and the Pipeliners. It's going to be Chase Ellison, Chris Opolka, and the top of the lineup, Isaac Cohen's
Now
coming up
batting for your Kansas
for
Cannons.
the Cannons here. Third.
Ellison.
Chase Ellison, 0 for 9 on the season, so he's looking for his first hit. He'll lead off. He's the starting first baseman tonight for the Cannons. And Espinoza, first pitch is that 2-seamer, and the bottom dropped out of it. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And that one misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Memo and I were talking before we left for the game today. He was kind of schooling me. What I was calling a changeup quite a bit is actually that 2-seamer. A chop foul off the batter's box. And the count will be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Goes with a lot of those 2-seamers. He says occasionally he'll throw the changeup, but that 2-seamer his favorite. And the bottom dropped out of it again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Espinoza's second strikeout. That'll bring up Chris Opolka, the second baseman.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons, the second baseman, number 2, Chris
Opolka hitting 154. He is 4 of 26 on the season. 3 of his 4 hits and doubles. And he's knocked in 3. Espinoza misses low, ball 1. Again, Espinoza, he's a fast worker. Again, there's that two-seamer. Strike 1 on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. And fires it in on the outside corner once again. They count 1 and 2 on Chris Opolka. It's 1-0. The Cannons batting in the third and leading. Bases empty, 1 away. Is in front of the plate. The count on Chris Opolka, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bounce the ball up the middle, right behind the bag. It's grabbed by Yukamoto over to first. 2 down. Trey was positioned perfectly. And back to the top of the lineup, and Isaac Cohens.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons, the shortstop, number 7, Isaiah Cohens.
Cohens led off the bottom of the first and grounded out to third. Pitch from Espinoza misses low and away, ball 1. This one up in the zone, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. And he comes inside and catches the corner for strike 1. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Fires in a fastball. It's pulled high and deep to right. This one may have the distance and does leave the yard. Cohens with the solo homer. It is 2-0.
Elevate and celebrate.
So a sparse crowd tonight celebrating the home run for Cohens, and that'll bring up Tom Kane.
Number 4, Thomas Kane.
He tripled and scored the first run of the game in the first inning, and that was right down the first baseline. Blowing away, ball 1 to Kane. There's a ground ball to Yukamoto at second. Fires the first just in time. Hustling down, but Kane becomes the third out of the inning. In the inning, 1 run on the homer by Isaac Cohens.
50-50 raffle located at
And
concession
nobody
stand.
left, so we
Tickets
head
are
on
only
to the
$1,
fourth.
and the raffle will go
Now the
until
Kansas
7th
Cannons
inning.
to
So get
the
on over to
McPherson
concession stand and
Pipeliners,
get yourself a
nothing.
raffle ticket for a chance
As
to win
we
half the prize
are
money.
listening to Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network. Again, we're in trouble. I don't know if we're going to get connected to it tonight. Here we're going to be maybe just exclusively through the YouTube stream. As we want to, again, talk about, you've been really enjoying, and we get more and more listeners. We've had some very unexpected early expenses putting us over budget here after the first week. And right now, we're not going to be able to cover the Dodge City Series next weekend. We may have to cancel some other potential broadcasts. If you want to keep all the broadcasts on the air and you can become a game night sponsor, it's $105 a game. You can co-sponsor with somebody else, or if you're a business and you want to do more than one game, you're free to do that. You get announcements, on-air reads, interviews after the game on the air, and you get to throw out the first pitch. You'll be able to help out to keep all these games on the air. Go to McPhersonPipelinersBaseball@gmail.com or McPhersonPipelinersBaseball.com and contact the Pipeliners or call me 620-897-7060. Jake Selko leads off the inning and bounces it to the first baseman, Ellison, who takes it himself out number 1. Selko had walked in the first inning, so he now 0 for 1. And 1 swing,
Now
1
batting
out.
for the Pipeliners, the catcher, number 5, Grant Plunkett.
That brings it. Plunkett grounded to third, his first at bat, and takes a strike at the knees. So far, Connor Hart has allowed just the one hit. Pitch bounces in front of the plate, and one strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Nice slow curve for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the Pipeliners had a runner at third in the first inning, 1 down. That was after Hunt's triple and unable to advance him home. Tied to Grant Plunkett, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch to Plunkett. Grounded right up the middle. Nice backhanded play by Opolka and throws the first. That was a pretty play. All right, Opolka. That will be out number 2.
Now batting for the Pipeliners.
Bring up the left fielder, Aaron
44,
Eshelman.
Aaron Eshelman.
Eshelman led off the second inning and grounded out to the first baseman, Ellison. He puts a pretty good one, and the catcher out. Well, throw out Eshelman by a step. And for the time in 4 innings, the Pipeliners go in order. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. The score remains the Cannons 2 and the Pipeliners nothing.
Susan B. Allen Hospital provides athletic trainers for every
Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local weather, news, and sports content. You can join Aaron West Afternoons on the Drive for your chance in concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106. And we're right back after this break with more Pipeliners baseball.
Now batting for your Cannons, left fielder number 1, Nate Crossman.
Nate Crossman leads off in the bottom of the 4th inning, and he takes low, ball 1. Crossman reached on an error and was stranded at first in the first inning. He'll put down a bunt, see if Plunkett can get to it in time. Fires the first and just got him. Great play by Grant Plunkett. That was a very, very good bunt by Crossman. Plunkett out there just fast enough to gun him down for out number 1.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons, the catcher, number 23, Kyle Gora.
And fastball outside to Kyle Gora for ball 1. Gora fouled out to first base in the first inning, and then he takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Espinoza, he is a fast worker. Comes inside, beautiful pitch on the inside corner, strike 2 on breaks. Now the one is popped up left side of the infield. Julian Hunt there, and then he dropped it. Now throw over to first, but Gora right there, and that'll be the second minor error. So Gora ran it out, and we'll get the benefit, and he'll stay on
Now batting
first base.
for your Kansas Cannons, the designated
That'll bring
hitter,
up
number
the
22,
DH, Christian Slater. Slater fouled out to a third base in his first at bat. And the breaking pitch on the inside corner for strike one. And the toss over to first. Pitch from Espinoza for ball one. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 foul back and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the 1-2, Espinoza misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's 2-0. The Cannons batting and leading in the bottom of the 4th. 1 down and a runner at first. And another toss over to first. Fastball, sharp grounder. Brown knocks it down. He'll go to second. Did Yukamoto keep a foot on? He did. They'll get the force just barely at second base. They'll get the lead runner for the second out. Slater aboard on the fielder's choice at first. And that'll bring to the plate Owen Martin.
Kansas Cannons, the right fielder, number 14, Owen Martin.
Martin 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. Fastball up and away, ball 1. And outside, oh, they're going to give him the outside corner. Martin traded with the call. It's a 1-1 count. I think he thought it might have been high and outside, and they gave Espinoza the call. The 1-1, her set two-seamer drops right in on the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down, runner at first. Low and away, Plunkett able to stay in front of it, and the count goes to 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch with the runner moving, and a shot into left's going to fall in front of Eshelman, and on his way to third, and the tag. He overslid the bag, and Brown there will tag out Christian Slater. So give Martin the single, and then Slater is thrown out at third for the final out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. So we head on. Cannons 2, the Pipeliners nothing, and we'll be back with more Pipeliners baseball after this break.
Now batting for the Pipeliners, the right fielder, number 19, Frank Yakovich.
Top of the fifth inning, Frank Yakovich leading off for the Pipeliners takes strike one. Yakovich 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. A swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pipeliners trailing 2-0. Fast-moving game here in the top of the fifth inning. Yakovich, that one, that got him on the elbow. So an 0-2 pitch. Yakovich is hit and leadoff man aboard for the Pipeliners.
Now batting for the Pipeliners, the second baseman, number 4, Trey Yukamoto.
Bring up Trey Yukamoto. Yukamoto hit a soft liner to the shortstop Cohen's, his first at bat, which came back in the second inning. Yakovich goes on the first pitch, and it's a grounder to second, and it'll keep the Pipeliners out of a double play. It's over to first. Polka for out number 1.
Now batting.
We saw that numerous times every time Ken ran. They were able to stay out of a double play, and that time it paid off for the Pipeliners. They get a runner in scoring position for Jared Ueda, who went down looking. His first at bat back in the second. He shows bunt and takes strike 1. Now the 1 strike count and pitch to Ueda, and they're going to be a fake back out the second. We have we had some internet issues, and we have got on the air now on Ad Astra Radio. It was my internet connection had bouncing in and out when we got it changed, and we're up and rolling there. There's a high fly to left. Yakovich going to tag. Crossman makes the catch. Yakovich is going to slow down and try to head back to second. The throw in, got him. Yakovich got too far off the bag, and that ends up being, it's going to be a 7-5-6 double play.
Need something to fill your next.
So that will end the inning. Yakovich becomes the third out. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. So we head to the bottom of the fifth. And the score remains.
Admission is free.
The Cannons 2, the Pipeliners nothing, as this is Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Jared Hasek will lead off here in the bottom of the fifth inning for the Kansas Cannons. It's a 2-0 Cannon advantage. This is his first game of the season. Hasek fouls off the first pitch out of play for strike 1. And the first at bat, Espinoza got him swinging. Espinoza misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Chopper foul down the third baseline, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Espinoza, 2 strikeouts, no walks, has given up a pair of runs on 3 hits. He misses outside to Hosick. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the Cannons have played the Liberal BJs 5 times this year out of their 8 games. As Hosick fouls off the 2-2 pitch. And again, the 2-2 fouled back and out of play. Hosick battling here to lead off in the bottom of the 5th. Espinoza waved off the first sign, comes with the second. Another chopper foul. Of course, the Pipeliners in Wellington last night. Rough night for McPherson, lost 13-3. Now again, the 2-2 outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Espinoza misses outside, ball 4. And that is his first issued. And leadoff man aboard the bottom of the 5th for the Cannons. And it's going to bring up Chase Ellison.
For your Kansas Cannons.
For 1 with a strike. And if you were trying to listen on Ad Astra earlier, we've got that figured out and we're on the air there as well. Low and away, ball 1 to Ellison. And Ellison 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That came back leading off the 3rd. Outside corner for Espinoza. Strike 1, 1 strike. And the 1-1 swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I believe that time that was the slider from Espinoza. Mixes that in with that 2-seamer that he told me he just loves to throw. Ground ball, sharply Brown, but nicely at 3rd. Gets it to Yukamoto at 2nd. Over to first for a beautiful 5-4-3 double play. Now that makes 2 down.
For your Kansas Cannons.
It'll be Chris Polka, the second baseman. Polka 1 with a ground out to 2nd. Just can't tell you how beautiful of a backhand that was by Tyler Brown down at 3rd. That pitch right on the outside corner to Opolka for strike 1. And foul tipped, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Espinoza looking to keep this no worse than 2-0. Still quite a ways to go. We're just in the bottom of the 5th. Espinoza misses outside. It's 1-2. Pipeliners again misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Held to 3 hits last night. 3 runs on 3 hits. So far, no runs on 1 hit through 5 days. Fastball called strike 3, outside corner. Opolka down looking, and that will return side on Espinoza's 3rd strikeout. No runs, no hits, nobody left. So we head on to the 6th, and it remains the Cannons 2, the Pipeliners nothing. And you're listening to Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Allstate.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners, locally owned and proud to call sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
top of the 6th inning. 2-0 lead for the Kansas Cannons. And the top of the lineup for the Pipeliners trying to get something. Have been held to 1 hit. That was a Hunt trip back in the 1st inning. Daniel Arroyo, Julian Hunt, Tyler Brown. Arroyo with a strikeout and a ground out to 2nd. First pitch, he checks his swing and takes low. Oh, they're going to appeal and say, yes, he went around. He's ready to say ball 1, and it's going to go as strike 1. Breaking pitch. Chopper out to short, backing up Cohen's. Long throw to first and a nice dig by Ellison for out number 1.
Now batting for the
bring up
Pipeliners,
Julian Hunt.
shortstop number 2, Julian Hunt.
Hunt's been on base twice. He tripled in the 1st. He was stranded at 3rd. And then he reached on an error in the 3rd inning and was stranded at first base. Chops 1 foul, strike 1. Well, finally, as we get to 8 o'clock, the kind of the edge from that humidity and the sun getting lower, it's turning a lot more pleasant than it was about an hour ago. And another chopper foul by Hunt. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-strike pitch from Connor Hart was a really good pitch. Just missed outside with the fastball. Hey, the catcher, Gora, just framed it for a little while. Hunt chases one. It's a strikeout, but it goes off the catcher to the backstop. Hunt he'll stop at first. So it'll go down as the 4th strikeout for Connor Hart. But on the wild pitch, Hunt gets down to first.
Now batting for the
Base runner for the Pipeliners, bringing up Brown, who has struck out, and he flew to deep left center field in the 3rd inning. Pretty heavy air this evening. Great night as a fastball in there. Strike 1 to Tyler Brown. Although we did see a solo homer from Cohen's to right center field. Brown rips one. That is fair down the 3rd baseline. Going to go all the way to the corner. What will they do? They are going to send him home. Hunt digging for is in there on the double from Tyler Brown to cut the Cannon lead in half. It's now 2-1. So both hits this evening for the Pipeliners have been 4 extra bases.
Now batting for the Pipeliners, the first baseman, number 14, Jake Selko.
That'll bring up Jake Selko with the possible tying run in scoring position. And for Brown, that would be his 8th run batted in on the season and his 4th double. Selko on the evening has walked and grounded to first. First pitch from Hart. Tried the breaking pitch, stayed outside for ball 1. See if Selko can find a gap and tie this thing up. 1-0, good swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. May have actually been just foul tipped. Selko kind of a smile. He knows he missed a good pitch to hit. Now Hart checks Brown at second, and the 1-1. Misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Following Selko will be Grant Plunkett. Pipeliners on the board. It's 2-1 Cannons. Top of the 6th inning. Brown out at second, 1 away. 2-1 to Selko. Outside ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hart was very careful with Selko in his first at bat when Hunt was at third with 2 down and walked him. Now the 3-1 inside corner. Boy, got the low strike call, did hard. It's 3-2. Selko is reaching down to take off that shin and foot protector, and the umpire signaled strike 2, so the count full. The payoff from Hart. Breaking pitch grounded into left field, and Brown had to hold up to make sure it'd get through. And then they will have to hold him at third, and he also slipped when he took off. So Selko
Now batting for the Pipeliners.
with his first hit of the game, and it's runners at the corners. And now a familiar pitcher to me, the head coach for the Kansas Cannons, Tommy Sleva, out to visit with his pitcher. I saw Sleva pitch a couple of years at Tabor College. Again, tomorrow night is host family night at Edward Jones Stadium. We'll be honoring all of the host families that are hosting the Pipeliner players and staff this summer. Going to honor them, and also going to give you an opportunity to get a head start on the 2020 season and sign up to be a host family for next year. Well, again, every player that needed a host family home and every intern that did, everybody got one again. That's 2 years straight. That's fantastic. So we want to thank you tomorrow night. Plunkett will step in and takes a strike on the outside corner. Grant is grounded to second and third, and that's exactly what the Cannons are hoping for here, is a ground ball to try to get out of the inning. Selko with a monster lead, and then I think a signal got out to the pitcher, Hart, to step off. Selko, again, he's swiped 3 bags this year. Plunkett lays off the high one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's always a tempting and appealing pitch when it comes in, and it's very difficult to hit. Selko does go. Plunkett takes high, and the throw down to second. Selko is safe, and I thought he was. And I tell you what, the second baseman, Opolka, if he hadn't been frustrated with the call, Selko overslid the bag. He probably could have tagged him, but he was frustrated with the call, and Selko scrambled back and gets his 4th steal of the year. And the pitch was high to Plunkett. It's 2-1, so now the tying and go-ahead runs both in scoring position. And the Cannons are going to bring the infield in and try to keep the lead here in the 6th. Now Plunkett looks to try to drive something to the outfield with the 2-1. He takes it low, ball 3. Great hitters count coming up, 3-1. Aaron Eshelman in the on-deck circle. And the Pipeliners are back within 1 in the inning and trying to tie things up or take the lead. 3-1. Plunkett swing and a miss on a good fastball. It's 3-2. Now Long looking at his catcher, Hart ready, and the payoff to Plunkett. Outside ball 4, that loads him up. And brings up Eshelman, and now that'll move the infield back. Again, they're going to hope for
Now batting for the Pipeline,
a ground ball and a chance at 2. So if you're Eshelman, again, you want to get something in the air to the outfield. Hopefully find a gap, line drive to a gap, or at least a fly ball could tie this thing up. There's 1 away, bases loaded, top of the 6th inning. Eshelman, good cut foul to fastball straight back for strike 1. Eshelman has grounded to first, and he tried to bunt and then was thrown out by the catcher Gora. Okay, Hart gave him a good pitch to hit on the first one. Let's see if he'll give him another one. 1 strike pitch, fastball right down the middle, a swing and a miss. Actually over the inner part of the plate. Now it's a 2-strike count. Got Yakovich in the on-deck circle, but Eshelman wants to try to get something in play. A 2-strike pitch. Eshelman pops it up left side. It will get out of play. It was a low fastball, but with 2 strikes, that's those ones you just got to try to foul off and hope for a better one to hit. So again, the count on Aaron Eshelman, 2 strikes. The bases loaded and 1 down, top of the 6th. It's 2-1 Cannons. Eshelman pops it up behind the plate. And the catcher makes the play for out number 2. What a huge out that is for the Pipeliners. Now with 2 down and the bases loaded, batter will be Frank Yakovich,
Number 19, Frank Yakovich.
who has flown to right and been hit by a pitch. The Pipeliners early in the game yesterday, the first inning, they left the bases loaded against Wellington. Yakovich swinging a miss, fooled on the breaking pitch for strike 1. Swung right over top of it. A 1-strike count. Selko at third, or he's at second. Brown's at third. Plunkett at first. 1-strike pitch. Oh, and he gets the call on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. The second straight batter that Hart has jumped out in front of 0-2 since the bases got loaded. Payoff pitch, a swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. And the Pipeliners are going to leave them loaded. They get a run on 2 hits, and they strand 3. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's now the Cannons 2, the Pipeliners 1, as this is Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra Radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106. Ad Astra Radio, your source for award-winning news, weather, and sports coverage. No one covers Central Kansas better. Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Listen to select Pipeliners games online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
For your Kansas Cannons, the shortstop, number 7, Isaiah Cohen.
Top of the lineup for the Kansas Cannons. Isaac Cohen's, Tom Kane, and Nate Crossman. 2-1 Cannons. Cohen takes low from Memo Espinoza for ball 1. Cohen's has grounded to third, and he's hit a solo home run. And he hits a line drive and a leaping stab at third made by Tyler Brown for out number 1. And Brown had to elevate about as high as he could to snag that one.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons.
1 down for Tom Kane.
Thomas Kane.
Kane has tripled and scored. That came in the first and third inning. He ended the inning by grounding to second. Espinoza misses low, ball 1. Espinoza's allowed 2 runs on 3 hits. It's giving the Pipeliners a second very good start of the season. There's a bunt foul by Kane. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the infield is all turf and the all natural grass outfield here at Rodney Wheeler Stadium in Augusta. 1-1, bunt down the third baseline. That'll go foul as Brown picks it up. And the count is 1-2 on Tom Kane. Following Kane will be Nate Crossman. Anybody reaches base, then Kyle Gora. Espinoza had, I believe it was 70 pitches through 5 innings. So you figure he can pitch a 6th and maybe into the 7th. Ground ball up the middle, not very sharply hit. Hunt will have to hurry. He does, and safe at first. Boy, close play, and the benefit of the call went to the Cannons. The infield single for Kane. The 4th hit for the Cannons. They have doubled up the Pipeliners. Oh, no, I guess the Pipeliners have 3. So it's 4-3 on the hits and 2-1 on the scoreboard in favor of the Cannons. As now Crossman will bat. Oh, actually, that was the 5th hit. Pitch right on the outside corner for strike 1. Crossman has reached on an error, and he tried to bunt and was thrown out by the catcher Plunkett. Throw over to first, and fairly close play. Kane does have 5 steals on the season. He goes. Plunkett, the one hopper, and Yokomoto unable to hold on to it on the swipe tag, and I don't know if they would have had him. I think he was there regardless. Pitch was ball 1 to Crossman, so a runner in scoring position, 1 down for the Cannons. And Kane yet to be caught in 6 steal attempts this year. Now Plunkett and Espinoza. Quick little conference on the mound. And the on-deck circle is Kyle Gora. When a quick-moving, low-scoring game like this, you want to keep it tight going into the later innings. Try to pick off at second, and back in safely is Kane. Well executed there on all parts. It was a good throw, good tag, and Kane was wary enough to get back in time. And they'll throw again, and the ball gets a few feet away from Yokomoto. Again, the count on the batter, Nate Crossman, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th for the Kansas Cannons. A 1-1 pitch, bunt and foul down the third baseline. Count on Crossman 1-2. So the second time he's tried to bunt. Lights are, I believe, starting to flicker on as we're just after 8:15 here in Augusta. Beautiful pitch. Inside corner called strike 3. Espinoza just froze Crossman. As his 4th strikeout versus just 1 walk. The second out of the inning to bring up Kyle Gora. Gora in the first inning popped out the Selco at first, and he reached on an error in the 4th. First pitch from Espinoza, misses high, ball 1. You notice Espinoza, rarely do I say he misses high. When he misses, it's generally low. He induces a lot of ground balls, and there's one right back to him. Espinoza tosses to first, and that will retire the side. No runs on one hit and one left. And so we head on to the 7th inning. And the Cannons 2, the Pipeliners 1. Again, we want to keep it here in between innings. And again, we'll talk several times over the next few broadcasts about these broadcasts. We've gotten great feedback. More and more listeners on YouTube each night. Looks like we're 25, 30 tonight. We've had over 30 last night. And we've had some real unexpected budgetary expenses put us over budget early on, and we're looking at having to cut some of the broadcasts down. We've already decided to cut the games at Dodge next week. We don't want to cut any more, but we need your help if you're a parent, an avid fan, listener, or businessman, and you can contribute. We've got $175 game night sponsors available. You get PA announcements. You get on-air reads from me. You come up and visit with me, an on-air interview after the game, and you get to throw out the first pitch. Or if you want to grab a friend or two of yours, be co-sponsors for a game night. Or if you want more than one game night, we'll get you as many as you want. But we need your help to keep all these games coming up on the air. You can contact the Pipeliners at McPhersonPipelinersBaseball@gmail.com or at McPhersonPipelinersBaseball.com. Or if you want to, call me direct. I'll get you right where you need to be. Call or text me 620-897-7060. Let's keep all the games, or as many as we can, on the air this season. As the Pipeliners down 1, starting the 7th. It'll be Trey Yukamoto, Jared Ueda, and Daniel Arroyo. And Hart will pitch the 7th. Yukamoto pulls one foul for strike 1. Yukamoto has lined the short and grounded the 2nd. And Hossack at third, very aware that Yukamoto, a good bunter. He's in on the grass. There's a fly ball to center. And Kane drifts to his right. He's got it for out number 1. I'll bring up Jared Ueda, who has struck out, and then he flew into what became a 7-5-6 double play. That came in the 5th inning. And he got a fastball, and it was chopped. I thought it was off the plate. Yes, there's a late signal for a foul ball for strike 1. Gora was scrambling out there, thought the play was live, and so did we. And just a quick word with the Cannon bench on what went on there. So 1 strike count on Jared Ueda. Mentioning he's got just the 1 hit on the season, so he's also due. If he can come up with a big hit here, he grounds one into right field. A great diving attempt by Opolka. That'll be a 1-out single for Jared Ueda. Gets the Pipeliners back to the top of the lineup. Ueda knew he was a little bit of a slump. He got to first base and just threw his arms up, because Opolka nearly stabbed that, diving to his left. Arroyo looking for his first hit of the game, and he struck out and grounded out twice. Takes an off-speed pitch, strike 1. Arroyo seems to have that knack even on the night maybe where he has struggled at the plate. We saw that earlier on one of those comeback wins. Came up with a huge late inning hit. He takes inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Arroyo comes in, hitting .259. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line drive into right field, down the line. Arroyo will round and stay at first. Ueda is going to get all the way to third. And that's the first hit of the game for Arroyo, and the tying run is at third.
Now batting for the Pipeliners, the shortstop, number 2.
And now it'll be Julian Hunt, who has been on base 3 times. He tripled on the first base line in the first, reached on an error in the third, and reached on a strikeout, which was a wild pitch in the 6th inning. Now the catcher, Gora, signaling to the fielders what they're going to do in certain situation. Let's see if Hunt can get this thing tied up. Arroyo goes on the first pitch. It's up. The throw and safe on a great slide by Arroyo, and that will eliminate the possibility of a ground ball double play. And for Arroyo, let's check in. That would be stolen base number 4. And Hunt took up in the zone for ball 1. So now the go-ahead run also in scoring position, and the infield comes in for the Cannons. Hunt grounds it, and foul of third. Ueda jumped out of the way, and a diving attempt by Hosick. It was close to him hitting it right on the bag. I almost thought he did, but the home plate umpire just emphatically said foul ball, and no argument, so it must have been foul. It was nearly extra bases for Hunt. Instead, it's going to be a 1-1 count. Breaking pitch, popped up, foul territory. There's going to be a play, and the catcher's got it for a big out number 2. And Hunt, furious with himself, heads back to the dugout.
9, Tyler Brown.
We saw the Pipeliners have the bases loaded, 1 down in the last inning, and leave them loaded. Now you don't want to leave second and third with 1 down, and now there's 2 down for Tyler Brown, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. First pitch from Hart, breaking pitch, good pitch, misses either up or in, ball 1. Hart with 5 strikeouts, 1 hit batter, and 2 walks. The 1-0 from Hart. Fastball on the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pipeliners threatening, but there are 2 down. Got Ueda at third, Arroyo at second. 1-1 to Brown, breaking pitch, called strike 2. Count 1 and 2. If Brown could reach it, then be Jake Selko. Pipeliners trying to battle back and get this thing tied or take the lead. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And that will retire the side. And the Pipeliners threaten. No runs on 2 hits and 2 big runners left. We head on to the 7th inning stretch here at
fans, it's time to get
Rodney Wheeler Stadium. The Cannons 2, the Pipeliners 1. This is Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
0-2.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Bottom of the 7th
Now
inning.
batting
It's
for
a
your
2-1
Kansas
Cannon
Cannons,
lead. The
designated
Pipeliners
hitter
have
number
stranded
22,
5 in the last
Christian
2
Slater.
innings. Had their opportunities, just haven't been able to get those runners home. So Espinoza will pitch to the DH Slater and gets him to swing right over top of the first pitch, strike 1. Slater has popped to third and reached on a fielder's choice. 1 strike pitch at the bottom, fell out of it again. A swing and a miss, strike 2. Espinoza starts the inning at 82 pitches. And the 2-strike pitch misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It'll be Slater, Martin, and Hosek here in the 7th. Espinoza shaking off 2 signs, and now the 1-2. Got him to chase it in the dirt. Plunkett will have to throw down the first. Fires to Selko and records the strikeout. That's number 5 for Memo Espinoza. Out number 1 will bring up Owen Martin, the right fielder. Martin grounded to short in the 2nd, and he singled in the 4th.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons, the right fielder, number 14, Owen Martin.
Lights are on, and it's kind of hard to tell that they are. It's a kind of a outfield lights at a weird angle. As Espinoza misses high, ball 1. One 0 pitch settles right in for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. And Espinoza in his first start went 6 innings, and now he's pitching into the 7th here on his 2nd start. Inside, here's a well-hit ball to right center field, but Yakovich is there for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the third baseman, Jared Hosek. Hosek struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 5th.
Kansas Cannons, the third baseman, number 10, Jared Hasek.
Hasek steps in. Espinoza, that 2-seamer fouled out of play for strike 1. The 1-strike pitch on the way, misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 5 strikeouts, just 1 walk for Espinoza. Has given up 2 runs on 5 hits. On the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Single runs in the 1st and 3rd innings for the Cannons. 1 run in the 6th for the Pipeliners. Now the 1-2. Got in a swing on an inside 2-seamer, the throw down the first for the strikeout. And Espinoza gets the Cannons in order, and we head on to the 8th. Cannons 2, the Pipeliners 1. As you're listening to Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106.
Top of the 8th inning, it's a 2-1 Cannon advantage. Silko, Plunkett, and Eshelman due up for the Pipeliners. Again, Pipeliners back at home Sunday and Monday for the Liberal BJs. And tomorrow night at Edward Jones Stadium, we're going to have host family night just to say thank you and recognize all the great host families hosting Pipeliner staff and players this year. Not only will we honor them, we're going to give you a chance to start signing up to be a host family next season as well. It's a great experience for those who have done it. So I encourage you all to come out to the ballpark tomorrow night for that special 7:30 start, Sunday and Monday.
Now batting for the Pipeliners.
Jake Selko will lead off. He has singled, walked, and grounded to first, 1 for 2. And Connor Hart going to go into the 100 pitches here in this inning. He'll start the inning. The breaking pitch is inside to Selko, ball 1. And the Pipeliners find a way to get those elusive runs across the plate here late. Selko takes up and in, 2 balls, no strikes. And they left them loaded in the 6th and left it 2nd and 3rd in the 7th. Both those situations, they had it with 1 out. Selko, a check swing. They'll say he went around on a low one. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch stays up and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hart the wind and the 3-1. Grounded up the middle and off of Hart's glove, and this is probably going to give Selko a chance for the infield single, and it did. I'm not sure Opolka probably would have had to play at second, but once the glove was stuck out by the pitcher, Hart, and it ricocheted, it got in between him, and Selko has his 2nd hit.
Now batting for the Pipeliners, the catcher, number 5, Grant Plunkett.
And I'll bring up Grant Plunkett. Was grounded out twice and walked. Plunkett takes a breaking pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Now, Selko does have 1 steal. It was a close play. Would you risk it here with nobody down? Now this time the breaking pitch is on the inside part of the plate, strike 2 to Plunkett. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch from Hart, well high. 1 and 2 the count. And you can see with 2 strikes, you look at Plunkett, he choked up on the bat just a little bit to shorten his swing and be able to fight off a pitch. 1-2, he pulls it down the left field line, foul. Had a great swing, just got out in front of it a little bit too much. Hart knows he got away with 1. I'm betting he'll come back with something different here. Pipeliners have now out-hit the Cannon 6-5 with that Selko infield single. They'll throw over to first. Very well aware that Selko did take off his last time on base. Again, the 1-2, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 for Connor Hart. And there's 1 down
Now
for
batting
Aaron
the Pipeliners,
Eshelman.
Fielder number 44, Aaron Eshelman.
Eshelman has grounded out to the first baseman. Was thrown out on a bunt attempt by the catcher, and he's also fouled out to the catcher. And a breaking pitch well outside, ball 1 to Eshelman. Selko is actually faking, bluffing towards second. Just doing that to see if he can draw a throw over or possibly, a balk, anything to get in a scoring position. We're in the top of the 8th, 2-1 Cannons. 1-0 to Eshelman, inside fastball, swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. The on-deck circle is Frank Yakovich. 1-1, Selko goes, swing and a miss. Selko is in safely and in scoring position, his 2nd steal of the game. And now can the Liners get that elusive clutch hit? Eshelman with a 1-2 count. Or just a quick check of the runner. Outside fastball, a swing and a miss. That'll be strikeout number 8 and the second out of the inning. And it'll bring up Frank Yakovich. Yakovich 0 for 2. He's flown to right, been hit by a pitch, and struck out. His Hart still dealing it over 100 pitches in this inning. He passed that mark. The first pitch, breaking pitch, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Hart has the sign he likes. The 1-strike delivery, Yakovich, little blooper out the second. Plenty of time for Opolka. He throws out Yakovich to retire the side. So the leadoff single and the stolen base, but Selko stranded at second. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 8th. And the score remains Cannons 2, Pipeliners 1. And you are listening to Pipeliners Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Now batting for your Kansas Cannons, the first baseman.
Bottom of the 8th inning.
Chase Ellison.
Memo Espinoza will try to keep it a 1-run game. It's 2-1 Cannons. It'll be Chase Ellison, Chris Opolka, and Isaac Cohens. Espinoza right in there, strike 1 to Ellison. Ellison has struck out and grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. And he brings the 2-seamer in for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Espinoza shakes off the first 2 signs, goes with the third. Swing and a miss. Boy, that one dropped about a foot right at the last. That's strikeout number 7 for Espinoza. And out number 1 here in the top of the 8th.
Cannons, the second baseman, number 2, Chris Opolka.
Tyler Dunn is warming up for the Liners in the bullpen. Opolka has grounded to second and struck out. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Espinoza is dealing it right now. Misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he misses low. It's 2-1. Espinoza will be approaching, if he's not there, the 100 pitch mark of his own. Hart is already over it. And a high pop up down the right field line. It's in foul territory and will fall right next to the fence. That'll make the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the home plate umpire wanting some more baseballs. All the foul balls. Base is empty, 1 away. Bottom of the 8th, it's 2-1 Cannons. Perfect breaking pitch in there, strike 3. Polka down looking Strikeout number 8 for Memo
Now
Espinoza.
batting for your Kansas Cannons.
Back to the top of the
shortstop,
lineup,
number
and Isaac
7,
Cohens.
Isaiah Cohen.
Cohen's 1 for 3. He hit a solo homer in the third, and he was robbed on a liner and a leaping catch by Brown at third. That came in the 6th. Inside corner, strike 1 to Cohens. Breaking pitch, ground ball to Hunt at short. Up and over to first. Silko on the bag for out number 3. So in the weather 1-2-3 inning for Memo Espinoza, and we head to the 9th. It remains the Cannons 2, the Pipeliners 1 here on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
For all the latest stats on your
Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106.
Top of the 9th inning, last chance for the Pipeliners. Boy, it'd be a shame to drop this one with such a great start from Espinoza.
Now batting
Coming up
for the
just
Pipeliners, the
2
second
runs on
baseman,
5
number 4,
hits
Trey
through 8.
Yamamoto.
It'd be Yukamoto, Ueda, and Arroyo due up. And Connor Hart, well over 100 pitches, going to pitch the 9th. He's pitched a gem for the Cannons, and a pitch in the dirt, ball 1 to Yukamoto, who is lined to short, grounded to second, and flown to center. Low ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. You just got to get that first base runner here in the inning and see if you can build on that. Trey will be patient. 2-0, up and away, 3 balls, no strikes. There has been activity, and a pitcher, I believe, is loose for the Cannons. Yukamoto probably going to take all the way here. Shows bunt, takes strike 1. So the count 3-1. Komodo chops it foul, and the count goes full. And also, the first time since opening night, we see Jake Selko warming up in the bullpen. Komodo frustrated. He had a good pitch to hit there, and he's kind of got the top of the baseball and fouled it off, and the count full. And top of the 9th, Komodo leading off. Cannons leading 2-1. Hart has the sign he wants, the wind and the payoff. Lined into left center field. That's into the gap. Yukamoto going to make a big turn and then head back to first. Nice job by Kane out in center to cut it off and hold that to a leadoff single. If it could have got just a little bit further, you think Trey would have been able to get the second, but a wise move.
Jared Ueda.
That'll bring up Jared Ueda. 1 for 3. His one hit was a single in the 7th. Well, Yukamoto jumped right out to a good lead. Ueda showed bunt and takes low, ball 1. Komodo has just 1 stolen base. And Komodo out to a good lead. Ueda puts down kind of a chop bunt, and it's off the glove, and then barehanded and tossed the first. That was a break for the Cannons. That Hart was able to come up with that bare hand, but a good sacrifice by UA to tying run in scoring position.
Number 7, Daniel Arroyo.
To the top of the lineup to Daniel Arroyo. He's 1 for 4. His one hit was a single in the 7th. Pipeliners trying to get it tied up here in the 9th. It's 2-1 Cannons. Breaking pitch, strike 1 to Arroyo. Arroyo digs back in. Yukamoto gets a decent lead off of second. And now a fake out to second. He's getting kind of dangerously close there to a balk. He almost made a motion to the plate. That'd be the last thing Hart would want to do. 1 strike pitch, stays upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Continues to be a righty throwing in the Cannon bullpen, and Selko continues to throw for the Pipeliners. The 1-1 grounded towards second. Going to be an easy play for Opolka. That's the second out of the inning. Yukamoto to third.
Now
that'll be Julian Hunt. He's 1 for 4. He tripled clear back in the first inning, and he was stranded at third. He did that with 1 out. He's the last chance for the Pipeliners. Can he get Yukamoto home from third? Breaking pitch stays high, ball 1. Boy, would we like to see Tyler Brown bat in this inning. He's in the on-deck circle. 1-0 to Hunt. And it sprayed right over towards the Pipeliner dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hart ready, brings in the 1-1. Breaking pitch inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at third is Trey Yukamoto. Started the inning with a single. There are 2 down, and the 2-1 to Hunt. Fouls it off right side, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Liners at this point down to their final strike. That one may have made the golf course, which sits directly to our south here in Augusta. Hart ready. Here comes the 2-2. Got him to swing and miss. They'll throw to first for the strikeout, and that'll be the game. Got him to chase the breaking pitch down for his 9th strikeout.
And that's the ball
this
game.
is going to be
Final
a frustrating one
Kansas Cannons
for the
2,
Pipeliners.
McPherson
As
Pipeliners
no runs,
1.
1 hit, 1 left.
Don't forget to
Runner
come back
stranded
tomorrow
at
to
third.
Rodney
Your final
River
score,
Stadium, where the
the Kansas
take on the
Cannons
Hayes
2
Sharks in the first
and the
game of a
McPherson
2-game series,
Pipeliners
beginning at
1.
7 p.m. And as
The
always,
Pipeliners able
admission
to
is free.
out-hit
Thank you for supporting the Kansas
Cannons tonight,
and coming
7
out to the ballpark tonight,
to
folks.
5, but
And as
losing on the
always,
scoreboard
roll Cannons.
2-1. The Cannons improved to 3-6. The Pipeliners, second time this season, fall to 500. They are 4-4. So let's go ahead and take our end of the game break, and we'll be back with your final numbers. We'll pick a player of the game and look forward to the Liberal BJs coming up on Sunday and Monday as you're listening to Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra Radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106. Ad Astra Radio, your source for award-winning news, weather, and sports coverage. No one covers Central Kansas better. Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Listen to select Pipeliners games online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Pitching duel we saw in the Liners out hitting the Cannons 7-5, but losing on the scoreboard 2-1. And the Pipeliners, I tell you, the stranded runners in the last 4 innings of the game, they left them loaded in the 6th, they left third in the 7th, and they left a runner at 2nd in the 8th and a runner at 3rd in the 9th. It was just a tough night. Just couldn't get those key hits. They got 7 hits, but the key ones just wouldn't come through tonight for the Pipeliners. As the Cannons get 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, they stranded 2 runners. As Connor Hart went the distance, 9 innings, gave up just 1 run on 7 hits. He hit 1, walked 2. He struck out 9. Isaac Cohen's had a solo homer for the Cannons. Tom Kane had a triple and an infield single. He was 2 for 3. That was your highlight at the plate nights for the Kansas Cannons. And the Pipeliners get 1 run on 7 hits. They committed 2 errors. They left 9 on. Memo Espinoza went 8, gave up just 2 runs on 5 hits, walked just 1, and he struck out 8. He just pitched beautifully tonight, and he'll get the hard luck loss for the Pipeliners. Julian Hunt had that triple, ended up going a 1 for 5. Tyler Brown had an RBI double, 1 for 4. Jake Selko ended up 2 for 3, had a pair of singles, a walk, and a ground out. That was your highlights at the plate tonight for the Pipeliners, as we're going to name Memo Espinoza our player of the game tonight for that beautiful start tonight. Hard to take an L for this one, but officially he will. Again, he pitched 8, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 8 and walked 1. So the Cannons get their 3rd win of the season. They're 3-6. The Pipeliners are now 4-4. Again, coming up Sunday,